Hey, we're Sick Individuals.
And you're watching Play EDM Live.
Fala galera, estamos aqui, Miami Music Week, vamos entrevistar Sick Individuals agora, você confere tudo aí. Hi guys, nice to meet you again for the second time.
In Miami this time.
In Miami. What do you think about the returning of Ultra to Brazil? Like, do you think this is going to be huge there because Brazil is like in a growing position with festivals and all?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, we play a lot in Brazil, or we did some shows there, and it's always like fucking crazy. So I think this year it's gonna.
I know like the combination of Brazilian fans and people that love that music, and like that's crazy. Yeah.
Amazing, guys. Into the Light, your new single, is like one of the tracks that is like promising for 2016. Do you think how was the procedure of doing and producing it, and what the message the video clip tries to like give to the public?
The production process, we did already collaboration with DBSTF. That's they were originally a hardstyle duo, and now they changed over to house. So that's our alias, the DBSTF. And it was really nice working with them because they're really good with synth, and we used a lot of piano and guitar, and they used a lot of synthesizers. So it was really nice to have that combination.
Yeah.
And I think you hear that in the track as well. And we also wanted to have like a simple but catchy melody track, and I think this is the perfect like melody. The melody is so euphoric and hype, like it hypes up the people. So yeah, we're really happy, and it really fits in our set. We always like to think about our set and play from the beginning till the end our own stuff. Yeah. And we had already some groovy stuff. We have already some melodic, and now we have like a really peak time track as well. So we really love that.
We wanted to make like a catchy part of like a catchy vocal in the break that gives you a very happy feeling. And then again, like in the drop, you can just dance it out, So and
because sometimes like we had a track like Booyah, like we stand on the DJ booth and like we bang that track out, but now we kind of don't need it anymore. We have our own, so that's we really love it like that. So,
okay, that was the idea.
Yeah. And if you talk about the video, let's talk about the video. You were more into the video. Yeah, we always work with the guys in LA. They're really talented, and. We really wanted to do something else like this time because it's quite a sweet song. Like if you talk about the break, and the video clip is quite aggressive, right? It's quite harsh. Yeah. So it's a good contrast. That's what we wanted to do.
Okay, that's awesome.
That's what we're thinking.
And the story is like by having a guy who's actually not a very good guy, stealing the cops' uniform. But then he finds people that actually need his help. So, then he does that, and then he gets arrested. I think that's a good story, that even when guys are not that good,
he goes into
at some point they will feel that someone needs them. Yeah. So that's why. Yeah.
That's cool. That's a nice message, guys. Yeah. Do you believe there's a pressure by the fans, so you keep producing all the time, or this like bothers you in somehow?
Actually, we've been making so much music right now that we don't care anymore what kind of music we're getting released, right? But there is definitely some pressure because before we did a lot of electro house and then we started doing progressive, and then we did electro again, and then people were like, why didn't you make more progressive? And when is the next track coming out? So there's definitely more pressure from that. But for us, we're working on tracks right now that have 118 BPM, 122. They're very low energy, but a lot of fun, And we just want to make the music that we want to make. So
I think there's always a little bit of pressure from ourselves. Like we play so many gigs, so it's for us it's really nice to change our sets all the time. So we want to have new music. So it's more like we do like a tour and we play like 20 shows, and we're like, okay, man, we did kind of the same tracks of our own like all the time, and we want to have new ones. So that's the biggest pressure, I think.
Like reinventing the set so the fans were. Yeah, that's awesome, guys. Next one, which artist do you like want to collab or do a collaboration for example?
Same as always, Daft Punk.
Yeah, Daft Punk would be awesome. And if you talk about more like closer to us, the hardware would be nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, Daft Punk would be like
huge.
a dream come true. Yeah. Another curiosity, like, what is the craziest moment of your career so far?
Oh man, that's hard because there's so like there are a lot of like small crazy things and big. I think yesterday was a good example of a crazy party, like Ultra.
Yeah, we were on the stage and it went crazy nuts. There was so much energy, and then all of a sudden Hartwell came on stage with us and partied for 3 songs with us, and it even went even more crazy. So yeah, that was really definitely a highlight, man. Yeah.
Totally, and but sometimes we play like bigger festivals or bigger stages, but playing at Ultra is such a different vibe, and it's such like all the people are expecting new stuff, and sometimes if you play like more like a normal crowd for like a whatever festival, they expect more hits, and maybe you can play 1 or 2 new songs, but now we can play like plenty of new songs and they all love it. So that's really the feeling of that for the DJ producer. We love that.
Yeah, for sure. Ultra is like the place that people just do that, and it's the public embrace it. It's amazing. And last one.
Then this iPad just that.
Yeah. I should remember. What do you think that a DJ that is beginning or a producer is beginning should never do for his career?
There's some guys out there that when they start, they think that they need to push their social media and stuff a lot, you know? So they buy likes and they buy views and everything. But if you start doing that, then during your whole career, you have decided to do that, because there's no going back from that. You know, you can grow, but by doing all these fake stuff, it costs you a lot of money, and it's fake because no one is actually looking at you. There's some guys in the industry that are actually doing that, and they get booked by people, and then eventually they're like 2 people in the audience because no one is interested actually, and it looks very good, but it's not. So it's like it's not a good thing to do. I think that's
focus on your hardcore fans. I think that's what we did in the beginning. Like we did a lot of remixes. We didn't have like much of a fan base, but the fan base we had was super.
It doesn't matter that it's slow, you know.
No.
We started with, we were very happy with 15 or 20 likes on a picture on Facebook 5 years ago, and that just grew. It was just growing. And
and if you
like
talk
organic.
Same if you talk about music, like in this kind of way, it's also ghost productions, right? So if you start doing ghost, or like if you ask someone like let's do ghost production for me or whatever, if you start doing that, you're never gonna produce music anymore, because probably the guy you ask is better than you or whatever, and then you stop learning. I think that's the worst. Like we master our tracks ourselves, we do everything ourselves, and sometimes we will look up to like certain people and we're like, oh man, this guy is such a good mastering engineer, but then we're not gonna send our track, or maybe we send it to learn from it, but we really want to do it ourselves, and I think that's the thing that all the new producers should do as well, and remember that.
Awesome. That's a nice thing to like for the people that wants to start and then just don't know what to do, because people always think about social media and then just go for that.
It doesn't matter that it's slow in the beginning, because you always want to go faster, right? But that's fine. Just keep making good music. Try to send it to all the DJs, all the emails, all your friends. Try to share it, you know, and that's the way to go.
Amazing advice. Conversamos aqui com 5 Individuals. Muito obrigado por assistir a gente. Valeu.